If you are currently taking care of elderly parents or a family member, this video is for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
My annual trip to Belgium to visit my mom is normally reserved for the summer, but when you get a call from your siblings asking for your help with her care, you drop whatever plans you had for a tropical Christmas and you take the 9-hour flight to Europe. Once I checked in, I sat at the airport bar waiting for the bluebird that was to take me to Europe, contemplating all the while whether I would be able to survive a month in the cold. That thought, however, would have to wait, because before I knew it, it was time to board the long flight to Amsterdam. Spending time with family is always special, but when you have an elderly parent, it's different. Caregiving is beautiful, but it is also exhausting. It's a full-time job, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Some days it's heartwarming, other days it's just frustrating, and sometimes it's just plain overwhelming. The drive to Antwerp was spent catching up with my brother and my mom, who surprised me and came along for the ride. We briefly stopped along the way for some Moroccan lunch where we got to sit down and properly discuss what has been going on in my absence since this summer. This is what this trip was about. It was about reconnecting with my family and give my siblings a much needed break from their caregiving duties, at least for a little while. I have to say that spending the holidays with my family was fun. I was reminded of how much I actually missed them, especially during the holidays. Mom was especially happy having all of her children in the same zip code for once, and not to mention how much she enjoyed all of the attention. Christmas at her favorite Thai spot, New Year's at my brother's, great times filled with laughter, good food, and a little bit of reflection. Until the call we got just after New Year's. Mom took a fall. And in that moment, nothing else mattered. Plans were canceled, priorities shifted. The only thing that mattered was being there for her. And I was grateful I was. But it also hit me, what happens when I'm not here? I mean, the guilt of living far away never really goes away. The last couple of weeks in Belgium, I moved in with her to be able to help her. The fall temporarily made it impossible for her to do the everyday things she's used to doing. And to be honest, I actually loved it. But as much as I enjoyed spending every minute with Mom, taking care of her 24/7 was mentally and physically draining. I get it, it's not supposed to be easy, and staying patient is a daily practice. If you're a caregiver, I know you will agree with the lessons that I learned while I was doing this. Number one, it's of utmost importance for you to take breaks. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So while Mom took naps, I went on walks in the old city center. I visited my favorite coffee shop for a latte and cinnamon roll. And I even took a day to spend with my sister and niece at the Balloon Museum in Brussels. So we are on the way to the Balloon Museum. Are you excited?
Yeah, so excited.
Are you like really excited?
No.
We didn't tell her until we got out of the train that we were coming here. So let's see her face for the first time and when she sees the balloons. Thank you, TikTok, for the recommendation. The time off gave me the energy boost I needed to be able to continue taking care of Mom. Number two, it is also important to ask for help. Now, I'm lucky to have siblings who share the responsibility with me, because one person being there for every waking moment is nearly impossible. So ask for help. Number 3, it's important to remember that frustration is normal. It is part of the whole thing. But I found that deep breaths, daily meditation, and also daily walks outside really helped during this time. So maybe if you are in a caregiving position right now, this might be something you might want to try.
Watching the snow from above is one thing, but it's so much more fun walking in it. So I decided to go and walk in the snow for a little bit. And it's so beautiful. This is an Island Girls experience of the snow, and it's wonderful.
And number 4, most importantly, cherish the small moments. Because one day, those small moments will be the big moments. The best memories are made in the everyday little things. Making sure mom got her daily exercise, catching up over dinner, or just sitting with her while she cozies up with her blanket watching one of her favorite TV shows. For those of us with aging parents, these little moments mean everything. Now, despite the challenges, there was also a lot of joy during this trip. Late night talks with my siblings, adventures with my niece and friends, and daily coffee rituals at the nearby coffee spot. These are the moments that make it all worth it. Life is never just one thing. It's the hard and the beautiful, the stress and the laughter, the guilt and the gratitude, all at the same time. Living far from family is hard. No matter how often I visit, there's always that nagging feeling. Am I doing enough? Am I selfish for living so far away? And the truth is, we can't always be there. But we can make the time we do have count. Because life doesn't wait, and neither should we. I don't know how much more time I have with my mom. And as hard as it is to actually think of that, this trip reminded me also of why every visit matters. Caregiving isn't always easy, but it is rewarding. It can also be very exhausting. If you're taking care of a parent right now, remember to take care of yourself too. Thanks for joining me on this journey. It really means a lot to be able to share this with you, and I hope it served as a reminder of how precious time with loved ones really is. And I hope you got a value out of this as well. Whether you're a caregiver or just navigating life's ups and downs, remember to take it one step at a time and find those moments of joy. Now I'm curious, have you experienced the challenges of caregiving, or maybe a trip that has changed your perspective completely? Drop a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to connect with you. And if you're looking for support in anything, I'm here to help. You can learn more about my coaching programs in the description box below. But there's no pressure, just an option if you feel called to take the next step. That's all. So, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.